As I've mentioned so many times before, I've been doing social media for a lot longer than it's been a term. And now that term is synonymous with sites like Twitter. I guess you could call it services, really. Facebook, Google+, platforms that allow us to be social with one another. Blogging, to a certain degree, is social media. I can put my thoughts out there. You can comment on the thoughts that I put out there. Like you could comment on the blog post that we wrote about 10 tips to better promote your social media profiles. So, if you have tips that you'd like to share, you could share them here, of course, in the comments thread, whether you're on the page that's talking about social media, or maybe I'm embedded on another website, and you could comment there and be social and engage the person who's put this article together, or even comment in the video itself. The idea behind social media is that you can be interactive, and we are no longer in a society that sits in front of a TV set or a radio or in a book and doesn't interact with the information that's being provided. We are social creatures, inherently social. We need each other to thrive. So even if let me put it this way. If you're watching this video, you probably have a YouTube account. That's social media. If you use Google, you have access to a Google Plus account. And with that, you could be social. You could +1 this video. You could share this video on Facebook. You could share it on Twitter. And you can share the things that you love and the things that you appreciate. You can also tell the world what you don't happen to love at the time that you don't happen to love it. It's okay not to like things. Just don't be a dick about it. Have you heard that song yet? Saw that someone did a video on YouTube. It's kind of silly, but it makes sense. Social media is really for everybody, and even businesses as well. In terms of what you can do to promote your social media profiles, there are many, 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 many ways. And we've outlined 10 solid tips for you in the article, but I'm just going to give you a few and they may be different from what's on the article, so don't think that this is it. Okay, you want to look at the article. And if you have any other tips that we don't share, you might want to share them with everybody else because they may be good tips too. See, we don't know everything. I never promised that I know everything, ever. Because it would be wrong. Nobody knows everything. Nobody. So the things that you wouldn't want to do is spam. That's generally bad. It's stupid. It really is. You may leave a comment on somebody else's social media post, and if it's irrelevant, by and large, or certainly off topic, that's spam. No one likes that. No one really. Who clicks those links? Do you? I don't. I can't stand that. That's one way not to promote your social media profile. The best way that you could possibly do it is interact with other people. I mean, don't expect that people are going to come just to you. Interact with them. Comment back to them. Tweet the things that they say. Get to know the things they love, and they may be the same things that you love. And suddenly, you're generating interest. And then as soon as you come on their radar, see, you're now on their radar, and then you do something over here, they may pick up on that and share it. You see how that works? So that's one way of promoting, because you can go to these people. It doesn't matter how big or how small their following might be. It doesn't matter. People are people, period. Big or small, they're still people. Okay? We're all influential. Whether we have 2 followers or 20,000, it doesn't matter. Social media is not about the numbers, people. It's about people. I was saying that about the internet back in the day. Again, been doing this a long while. Another thing you might consider doing is cross-promoting. So if I'm on Facebook and I share something, it may be a post that I had on Google Plus that had a good comment thread. So the cross-promotion of social media content is relevant. I'm sitting here talking about social media in a video on YouTube. And I may say, hey, I just tweeted the other day that I thought Company X had really bad customer service. You can follow me on Twitter at Chris Pirillo. Oh, I shared a photo on Facebook of a new Lego set that I got at half off at facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. I just +1'd this. Therefore, it's on my Google Plus profile, and you can circle me over on Google. Cross-promotion, man. When you keep YouTube on its own, it works, and it works well, but there's stuff that happens beyond YouTube. That cross-promotion of social media channels is the best way, honestly, to get attention from one to the other. Because you should exist on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube. Every one of these leading tools that are at your disposal, you should absolutely be there. Absolutely. And I've got a note here, because this is a comment that just came in through the live YouTube broadcast here. Tech Lolly asks, what is the goal of using social media personally? Well, there are things that you love, right? There are things you love sharing. There are things you love digesting. Even if you share nothing and you just subscribe to other people's feeds, you can make your own world based on the information that you subscribe to. And they're going to be sharing this information on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and beyond. So that's personal. It has nothing to do with professional goals. It Wins Web Show 1 asks, how do you sync all social media accounts? I don't. I really, really don't. Nothing is synced. I use Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube. They're all really independent. I may share things between each other, and I may share the same things between one platform and another. But syncing them and doing the same thing in each spot, well, each site was really designed to do something different. Google+ is not Facebook. Is definitely not Twitter. Is definitely not YouTube. They're all different tools. So, you know, if you're not realizing that you could be making an impact in social media, you should. And you should certainly realize that you could be getting information from other people, even if you don't want to use it. And I think, you know, there are, like I said, plenty of other tips on how to promote social media. But if you are not thinking of it as this one large circle and cross-promoting between all of them, you're kind of, I'm not saying you're wasting resources, but you should be doing that. I'd absolutely encourage doing that, living everywhere. And even if you don't like Twitter, what about the people who might like you? They might like Twitter and the things that you have to share. I'm saying social media is not just about me. It's about you too.